Alrighty, so just an update on the park. I hadn't really done too much. I built those 3 rides I mentioned, I decorated. I built a first aid, ATM, and a little pre-built gift thing here. It's got hats. A lot of people with hats running around. It's got a balloon shop, obviously, because there's people with balloons everywhere, and apparently these things make a boatload of money, because, like, I put them up and just started profiting $1,000 off of hats. It's also got this thing, little food taco place. So, got a food place down here, a food place way up there. We don't have a another drink place down here. Now that I've realized that, I should probably put some sort of themed drink location down here. I'll just use this one. I use this one a lot, but it works, so. Tempted to put it over here. Nah, we'll do we'll do this. We'll point it that way. All my bins and stuff are. We need to put some more trash down as well. We'll decorate around this building in a little bit, but first let's put down a couple extra benches over here. Just kind of scatter them around. I don't ever remember what kind of trash bins I'm using. The wrong kind, but we'll keep using this kind. Just kind of scatter those around willy-nilly. Put down some places to seat people in case they get tired walking around. I've also got this path that goes over here. It doesn't actually go anywhere, but I've got a path over here in case I want to do something with it. It also wasn't necessary to make this bridge, but I thought the bridge made it look a little nicer. Dragons are over here. It's actually eating dragons, but they're drinking. You know what they're doing. Just put a bunch of benches around. We've got a ton of benches down here already. I put this clock tower down and built a path inside of it. Actually, you can see it goes inside of that door, but no one ever goes down there because there's nothing there. I just did it to make it look better. Because by default, it just kind of exists over there. But the ride, the roller coaster is still making us loads of money. Kind of want to put a path or a bench right there too. People tend to vomit on these stairs a lot, probably because it's a very long way to go without anywhere to sit down after probably riding that roller coaster. That should be plenty of benches. Let people rest when they get up there if need be. But anyway, this is the park we've got. We've done most of the objectives just by existing. I believe we have a $6,000 a month profit. I'm not entirely sure, actually. Let me look at my financiers. Well, we made $6,000 in April. So it's just asking us to sustain that. I think if we just did nothing, we would sustain that. But we need to build this coaster. And I think what I'm going to do for this coaster is it'll probably be the only other thing I build. We'll just build it over here. We'll make sure it's 900 meters long. And then I guess I'm just gonna go crazy over here. The only other option is we could go over here and use this to drop it. So let me actually check something. We need 65 meters for the biggest drop. So let's use the equalizer here. I'm just a quick test. I'm not actually going to build the coaster quite yet. I needed to take a break before I do that, so I just want to see how high can we go. So that's the highest we can go, which is only a 48 meter drop. So in order to do this, we are going to need to drop it off of that into the canyon. So that's what I wanted to test, is if we're gonna need to do that. So in order to do that, we're gonna need to build a path over here. The path doesn't actually matter, really, but we will make one. Okay. Call me old man over here. But just so I don't forget what we're doing before I break, this is why I wasn't going to build the coaster quite yet, if you're curious. It's going to be a real weird path, don't mind that. It's also going to clip into that. Again, don't mind that, because I don't really care about this path. We'll build it out here, because this coaster can make us some money if we need the additional income. But this is where we're going to build our coaster, and I think we're going to use the boa, because it can invert and stuff like that, so it'll allow us to make a little bit of extra excitement and stuff. Plop it down there, and I'll be back to build this coaster, or attempt to build this coaster anyway. I don't know how much of that I will leave on camera, but we'll see. I don't know how many parts of this video there are, in fact, but my frame rate is tanking. Good lord. I'll be back momentarily. Again, there's a lot of cuts in this video. Alrighty, I have returned, having eaten my old man-based dinner of foodstuffs. It was like chicken and rice and egg rolls and stuff. I like egg rolls. Spring rolls are nasty though. But anyway, we are going to have to spend a copious amount of money. Is that as high as that goes? Yeah, may as well make that longer, make it 10. Because it's going to cost a lot to build this coaster, I'm fairly sure, but we also have like unlimited money, so we're just going to go up like this, and then we're going to extend this out to 16 should be good. We're going to barely skim that rock. That was calculated. It wasn't, by the way, if you're curious. Oh, right, it can invert. I forgot. See, rolls and stuff. We can't do corkscrews, so we have to go down first, so. Oh, this has heartline rolls? Ooh. This has a lot of things on it. It has vertical heartline rolls. Although, they appear to go up, and I don't really want to go up, I want to go down. There's not a down version of those, unfortunately. Well, whatever, we'll just, normal track. Get it, like... 110 looks real neat. If, like, incredibly frightening. So we need a 65-meter drop. Which... that looks just frightening. I don't like the creation that I've done there. Which I'm pretty sure if we do this, will cause a 65-meter drop. But I also feel like it might just start killing people from speed, so we're gonna have to start sloping this at some point here. Now let's continue sloping it out. We're gonna get a lot of speed off of this, which is gonna make it real dangerous. I'm pretty sure that's a 65-meter drop, though. Also, that's going to be negative negative G's, or positive G's, sorry, for so long on that. Wait, are they upside down still? Yes, they're upside down for the entirety of this. Never mind. That's real weird looking. I wanted to do, like, this thing. They're going to be going too fast to do that, though, so we'd probably end up having to do this, but it would have to be huge, because otherwise that's literally just going to snap their necks off. You know what? Let's get some trim brakes. Target speed real low. We can put a sweet catwalk on it. We're going to do a couple sets of those, and then that should slow us down a little bit. Let's start the test just to see what it does. Where's my speed? There it is. So they're upside down for the whole segment of this, right? Oh, that's some fear right there. And then they die horrible master, or horrible wreck there. That's alright. But that will slow them down. This catwalk is not doing things that catwalks are supposed to be doing. See, that causes it to twist too much. I need to flip it back over. Which this would do, but... you know what? Can I... just go back here. And just start slowly rotating it while we do the brake section here. That needs to rotate way more than that, though. Like, hold on. How many from 180 is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should probably just take the catwalk off, because that catwalk is not something people are going to be using, and it just looks weird, so... Catwalk's still on, because I turned track supports off, didn't I? Not the optional catwalk. Whatever. Fine, I'll fix it. Okay. Let's do this again, shall we? So that last one is 6. But that should have brakes the entire time, which is going to up their G's, but also slow their speed down, because they're going to be going way fast through that. So we're going from positive 36 to negative 63. That's plenty of a drop. And it gets up to 90 miles an hour, and then basically doesn't slow down at all. Why wasn't I doing friction brakes? I don't know. Either way, we're still going really fast, so... Did I build those? Yeah, I did. That's fine. So we can burn off quite a lot of speed doing this. We're gonna make it huge too, because it's got the speed to do it. That's actually ridiculous. Okay, where's the train? There's the train. It'll lose some speed here, but almost none. Drops down to 80 miles an hour. Drops down to just 30 through that, and then speeds way back up again. Okay, some like loops. There we go. Just some straight vertical loops or something. There's the down here, right? They gotta be this way, because otherwise they won't fit through that. You know what we need? Another vertical loop. This one back the other way. And we'll make this one a wee bit smaller. Okay, now what does it do? This ride is ridiculously long, I'd like to point out, but that's okay. I've got so much fear right there, that's ridiculous. Probably they're going 90 miles an hour, that's fair enough. They lose a lot of stats there. They should gain them from these loops, because loops are good, assuming they don't, you know, get stuck at the top. Maybe a little slow through that loop. The nausea through that one's ridiculous, but it was a good loop nonetheless, so. Flatten that out, and then somehow we need to make a turn back the other way. We could do this. That's basically just a double loop, and it would send us back in that direction. That's probably a good idea. We've spent a comical amount of money on this thing, but gosh darn it. I need the stats to be really high, I need it to be long. A demonic knot? What is this abomination? Good heavens. Well, we're obviously not doing that. Where's the, heart line? Do a heartline right, or I can't. Oh, I can do a heartline right. Let's do that. Those are good. I like heartline rolls. Which puts us way over there now. Where's the coaster at? There it is. Overall, the excitement's fairly high. Don't I need like... Oh, there's the nausea. Oh, geez. The fear on that. What stats do I need for this thing? Was it nausea? It is nausea. So we need a lot more nausea-inducing segments here. Heartline rolls do that, Cobra rolls do that fairly well, but I can't fit another Cobra roll here, so... I can fit a corkscrew this way. So at some point we need to go back up, which is going to drop our nausea rating, which means I'm probably going to need to redo this entire ride at some point. Hammerhead turns do that too, but I definitely can't fit a hammerhead turn here. Corkscrew exit left, corkscrew exit right. And then somehow we need to just, is there like a thing that makes us go straight left, but up? I need hammerhead turns. I need like one of those? No, that's dive. Wait, there is the vertical part line, right? Oh, we're just all up in this roller coaster's business now. Do twist left. What does that do to this thing? Actually, we'll do twist right so we don't break people's necks. Oh, jeez. Twist exit right, twist exit left. I think the problem is we're just too close to that ride now, so yeah. I could shrink it down a little bit. Would that allow me to exit? No. What if I just made that straight, make it shorter, like 4 meters. There you go. And it was vertical heartline, I think? No, it was vertical inline, but longer. Maybe. What is it called? Inline roll. See, now it's way over here. What in the heck did I do? I did something that made it go up like that I deleted. I mean, I guess I could just make it go up myself. Or I could just extend this out, because apparently it needed to be way over here. There we go. And then we go up, right? That pops out like right there. And then from this, somewhere we need to go... Not that, I can tell you that much. Can we even make it up this? Let's just do a normal track piece here and see what we're working with. This needs to bend. No, that's a turn. What in the dickens? Just a 90? It's actually rotated slightly. Very confused about what the track is trying to do here. It's because I need... There we go. Don't really know what the track's trying to do with the controls, but... Oh, we're upside down again, aren't we? Yeah, we are. That's alright, we can fix that. I just want to see if it gets up here. Where even is it? It's somewhere. There it is. Look, this breaks necks right there. Right there is where all of your necks are broken. It does it a second time, but that's alright. You don't need necks. Oh my god, that nausea. Okay, so it can't get up there. Which means this would need to be shorter. Quite a bit shorter. And somehow we need to do this again in order to get it, like, curved over here. There we go. Flatten it upside down because that's how this works. And I think it's slightly turned. I think it should be over here. Just rotate it all the way back over. I can't quite rotate it all the way back over. There we go. Okay. They get a ridiculous amount of nausea here, so that should buff that stat if no one would ride it, because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have a stomach anymore. Where are they at? There they are. Like, the nausea is real low on that part, which is crazy. I'd be scared to death of going on this thing. Monstrosity of a roller coaster. I'm pretty sure it's long enough. It has a big enough drop, it goes fast enough. I just need it to have the stats. Unfortunately, it's probably going to lose some getting back to the station, but it's right there, actually. Problem is it'll have to use a chain to get back up, because it loses a lot of speed here. Yeah, it's going basically 0 here. How fast can I make drive tires go? Not very fast. So what if I click autocomplete? What does it come up with? Basically a straight line up there? Well, you know what? Let's chain lift it up then. Chain lift can't turn, can it? That's right. So that needs to be... It just straight up needs to be 0 at this point. Or is it negative? It needs to be -7. Okay. That's fairly close. Then you can just auto-complete it from there. There we go. Let's see what final stats this gives us. It'll lose some here. I can actually set this segment of chain speed much higher. Or does that set all of them much higher? No, okay. Cool. That'll help it maintain some speed through that section so it doesn't bleed off stats too badly. It should be showing up here at some point. There it is. Because I think it's going, yeah, it's only going 14 right there, so it should maintain that speed a little bit. I could chain... No, I can't because it has to turn. That's right. I was going to say I could chain the rest of this, but nah, it's got to turn. Alright, tell me your stats. Probably not particularly good. Oh my lord. It doesn't have any... It's because the fear is too high, isn't it? It hit 10. Ew. It's probably going to lower excitement, isn't it? No, it didn't. Done. Open. Fuck it. We've done it. Right? Build a coaster, 0. This is a coaster. It's open. Has 5 excitement. Oh, wait. How many of you people were yelling at me that it wasn't at least 6 nausea? It says at most 6 nausea. Oh my lord. Just end me now. End me now. Take me, Lord. I could have been done with this ages ago because I had high excitement and low nausea. The fear right at the start is huge. It should be slower towards the end here. Yeah, makes it up there, doesn't spike the fear at the end. It spikes it at the start though. There we go. Freaking... Could have done that so much longer ago. I'm an idiot. Well, you got to see me mess around with building a coaster and sucking at it. We have $83,000 because it took so long. But there you go. Certainly not a good coaster. I could certainly have built a better one had I realized it said at most 6 nausea, so that was my bad for not reading. Unfortunately, that's a thing that occurs frequently, but either way, that's it for this one. Definitely could build a simpler coaster than that had I actually read the objective requirement there, but whatever. I got it done. That's all that matters. And I believe if we exit, it'll complain about saving. It doesn't matter, it saves for me. If we exit and go to the campaigns, I believe that is the last one for that section. Yep. So we've done all 9 objectives for Princess Emily's Fairy Tale. Next up is Dex R's Science Shenanigans. So we'll do some sci-fi stuff. And those are medium difficulty, so we'll see how those go. But, you know, we've still got, what, 9 more campaign missions to do? Not counting if they release any additional ones before I finish. Oh, I've ranked up. Hooray. Like I ranked up a while ago, but we've also got the challenges we could do. But I don't know. We'll probably load up one of those challenges, but they're not really... It's not challenges per se. It's like Sandbox, but without the unlimited money. So, I don't know. Either way, thanks for watching. Sorry for my incompetence with reading, and I'll see you guys next time.